Did you ever wonder how some stories get a life beyond their original pages, creating a strange universe of sequels and spin-offs? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button before diving in. Long ago, Stephen King stories blossomed into unforgettable movies, from mind-bending classics like The Shining to touching tales like The Shawshank Redemption. But not every film stayed true or succeeded. Some, like Maximum Overdrive, became infamous for their flaws. Among his many works, Salem's Lot has been adapted multiple times, each version adding a new dimension to the vampire tale. Um, Between the 1979 and 2004 miniseries, a little-known sequel emerged, A Return to Salem's Lot. This film was a different beast, contrived by Larry Cohen, a B-movie legend. It was the first time King wasn't involved in the script. Uh, it appeared in 1987 as a direct-to-video sequel, steering away from traditional horror to satirize modern America. Um, Critics didn't love it, uh, and it faded into obscurity. Uh, um, King had originally written a script for a Salem's Lot remake, but it was shelved. Later, he envisioned a sequel called Return to Salem's Lot, hoping for a direct-to-video project. Unfortunately, it featured new characters and lacked the chilling atmosphere fans loved. Its reception was mostly negative, and it remains a forgotten entry. It was King had little say in later sequels, like Pet Sematary 2, which he disavowed after reading the script. He's also distanced himself from films like The Lawnmower Man, which bore his name but had little to do with his stories. These spin-offs, often made without his involvement, tend to be poorly received. And by the late 20th century, studios began creating sequels or prequels to his works without consent. Films like Children of the Corn 2, The Rage, Carrie 2, and The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer kept the franchises alive, but with minimal regard for King's original visions. Over the years, King's attitude softened, and it would be similar second addicts that doesn't know what challenges rely on him. He famously said he could live without the Children of the Corn sequels, and called out the poor quality directly co-caver. He has even refused to sell sequel rights for his books, choosing to leave them untouched rather than see them tarnished. And yet he praised the 2023 prequel Pet Sematary Bloodlines, acknowledging David Duchovny's performance and the story's roots in his original novel. All these spin-offs create a strange but fascinating subgenre, films that extend a writer's universe without his hand. The trend may be winding down, but viewers can't help but wonder, will future sequels revive or bury his legacy? Maybe they'll become so bad they'll need a resurrection, just like in his stories. And here's a little joke to end on. Why do horror movie sequels always seem to have a ghost of a chance to this in individuals? But for a very only similar style, you can't come on With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,